Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 49. Today is the second part of the conclusion in the GT Cup Group 3 edition is now ready to continue on after participate in two races on Autodrome, Lago, Maggiore Circuit and Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps by using two different Group 3 race cars like the Mazda RX Vision GT3 Concept and Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017. Moving on in race number 3, Suzuka Circuit is about to get ready to continue on for having a most finest checkpoint to be on the halfway mark. 3 races for only 5 laps is going to be much more challenging and ever going average to be on the chili pepper difficulty. Mostly to have the final race in number 4 in the same GT Cup Group 3. 10 laps at Daytona International Speedway to be on the road course is going to be much more competitive and challenging, just like Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. So now, for today's third Group 3 race car that I'm currently using is the Toyota Supra GT500 1997 with a UDRS in Sportec livery after spinning with some training work at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps along with the Chevy Corvette C7 Gr.3 that I'm just also to be saved for the final event. So let's get ready to go and take on for the third race for only 5 laps and talk about having a perfect moment before tomorrow is going to be the 7th round in the Nations Cup for the Toyota Supra, and Nissan GT-R in the GT500 race car spec is going to be much more prouder and nostalgia, just like the late 90s in the Japan Grand Touring Car Championship. Now's the time because it's going to get much more hard racing compound tires. We'll be doing a recommend strategy whenever it takes to keep it much more longer without having a pit stop. Save it for the best and one pit stop to be on race number 4, as I also said earlier, because it's going to get much more endurance and one pit stop strategy whenever it has to be putting up to have some best method and go for the high effort. Same starting grid as always, because putting up onto 10th place whenever we have to be ready and go overtake on every Group 3 race cars depends on stronger opponents and different manufacturer brands to be in the same class. So let's do this and get ready to roll. Green light is now prepared and take on 9 Group 3 race cars to be proceed on to turn number 1. Hold the brake, gonna have to go interior view racing action. Come on, just gonna have to keep pressing up onto turn 2 before enter to be on the S turns. Switch it up and go hood cam. Alright, there you go. Looks like gonna have to keep this going and do an ordinary training to be on the career mode. Okay, looks like Mazda RX Vision GT3 and AMG GT3 is now currently to be on the side-by-side to be entered on the danger curve. Gonna have to slow down, exercise caution, and will proceed to be on the brake zone. Sector 2 clear, now going in on to Sector 3 at turn 10. Gonna have to step it up and go rev up the high RPM. Come on. I hope the Toyota Supra GT500 UDRS livery won't fail me now. That's more like it. Just gonna have to keep going smoothly onto the spoon curve and then the straightaway up I go. Well, it looks like I've been working so hard to do 5 laps around in Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps as a training ground for every Group 3 race cars. But it is definitely might be quite very cool to have some farming work to go exactly in around 100,000 credits. Now's the time because it's gonna have to go proceed forward to have race number 3 before the recording begins. Double tap is definitely might be quite very good and necessary rather than doing a single tap by pressing the square button after the recording is finished. But yeah, because skipping part is always meant to be jumping in for only 2 or 3 seconds by every time. but giving a tryout by having a double tap by doing start recording and stop recording when it's all finished. So now, gonna have to move on in lap number 2. Currently move on in 6th place. Mercedes-Benz SOS AMG GT3 and Volkswagen Beetle Group 3 in 4th and 5th place. Gonna have to step up and go onto the S turns to be at the end. First sector clear, now going into sector 2. 4 Group 3 race cars to go. Gonna have to keep going because the conclusion is always about save the perfect time in about only an hour. But I might have to prefer to take 30 minutes and over. Here comes turn number 10. Take that upper hand by the advantage to go on the inside. SLS AMG GT3 still got a lot of good horsepower to be pushing up onto the pace. Alright, there you go. Just gonna have to do this. Hold the brake, coming in onto the spoon corner, and gonna have to do a follow line onto the apex. Fourth place, moving on, and 3 racers in about 7 seconds onto the main gap. Looks like the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept is now in 3rd place. Gonna have to go forward to be at the end in lap number 2. Catskill Triangle proceed as always. There's Edun's lap time before Meccano's lap time is took over in about 2 minutes, 5.742 seconds on to lap number 3 to be entered. So here it comes again. Gonna have to go for turn number 1. Hold it in and keep up the pace. Going hard compound tires in the racing category is doing the #1 best racing strategy when you're in the GT Cup Gr.3 edition. But it's always hard work, but you might have to step it up and go quicker. It's gonna have to take much more risk before entered in lap number 5. So here I come again. Sector 2. Proceed on to the danger curve. There's the Lexus RCF GT3 prototype in 3rd place. Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept is currently in 2nd place. Gonna have to slam the brakes inside onto turn 10. Alright, looks like I'm pushing through in about 3.5 seconds, folks. This race is going faster and well achievable for only a single GT500 race car to dominate the Japan's racing circuit. Gonna have to push through. Almost there at the end of the halfway lap, you guys. Going in. Press on in the 4th sector until the Lexus RCF GT3 prototype will be going drop down onto 4th place. There you go, just gonna have to keep building up the slipstream, press on and go for lap number 4. Japanese Group 3 race car will be doing much more proud experts to dominate the track. And there it is, the 1st place driver in the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car is in the lead. Come on, 2018 GR Supra Racing Concept, you can do it. I'm coming in right towards you in about 1.2 seconds. It's so very great to have some farming work to go over 100,000 credits. Talk about having a perfect time to go building up with some more currency credits to get some new cars before the next update will be arrived. But in the meantime, because the Porsche Vision GT Spider is now coming in to be scheduled on September 29th this year. but I cannot believe it. This is going to be so cool that compared to the original to have two-seater. But now it has a one-seater, just like the Jaguar Vision Gran Turismo Roadster. But it also depends to be suitable to be on the left side with the steering wheel included. Not to mention because the Jaguar Vision Gran Turismo Roadster can also be included on the right side. Turn similarity and more like brothers indeed. But I can't wait to see how it feels when the Spider version of the Porsche Vision GT wheel comes out along with the next 3 cars as well. So gonna have to keep pushing up and go exactly in about 1.9 seconds before breaking through in 1.8 seconds. Press on and go for sector number 4. Gonna have to be much more careful because 2 Group 3 race cars are about to go enter at the Catskill Triangle. So very close and almost had the chance. It's not over yet because the final lap is about to go. We're having a hard pacing rush to go for the offense to be going well able to see it. So it looks like the GR Supra Racing concept pushes on and go for the final showdown. That's the ticket. Ford GT is in second place. Now I have to hurry up and go for the S-turns in the middle of Sector 1. Come on, just gonna have to keep up the pace. Go hard right. Keep a good watchful eyes on the tires. Sector 1 clear, 3 to go. Come on, just gonna have to keep up the pace. The front tires are about to get a little bit much more depleted kill. Just hold the horses and gonna have to go for doing the late turn tactics. I have to turn this race around. Gonna have to go on to third place to be moved on in second place while the Ford GT is in the way. There you go. Gonna have to keep going hard left. Spoon curve on the way. I don't know if this race is gonna be much more tougher in the risk. But at least it might have to give it a try. 1.4 seconds to go. I don't know if I could probably have to finish in second place or not. But second place we might have to go again for doing another attempt. Keep it up. Looks like 2018 GR Supra has already took the final stretch. Okay, well, talk about hard work of training. Maybe I have to go again because, as a promise, because it has to take a whole lot of content videos from the Manufacturers Cup, Nations Cup, Porsche Esports Challenge USA, and Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. As a promise, we'll have to do a major marathon. But it was very hard and challenging to take on with a stronger Group 3 race car like the GR Supra Racing Concept 2018. So let's proceed and go try again on race number 2 for doing a second attempt. But same as always, without having a clean race bonus, it's going to be doing some hard work competitive. But at the time, because I'm going to have to save a replay to be capture a thumbnail image. Alright, that should do much better. Save it as well and try this again for having a rematch. I had to keep a good watchful eye out for having this part of the recording clip in about over an hour. For my next strategy, by taking the second attempt, just going to do the same strategy all over again by starting out in lap number 1. But watch out for the contact because we might need to do some clean race bonus to be well saved before entered at the end of lap number 5 at the finish line. Come on, just gonna have to keep pushing up the pace. AMG Mercedes GT3 is now being overtaken. Gonna have to keep my A game up and do hard work of training before tomorrow is the 7th round in the Nations Cup. Coming in onto the danger curve, pull the brake. Volkswagen Beetle Group 3 is now being overtaken onto 7th place by dropping down. Come on. Gonna have to keep a good focusing eye on the 2018 GR Supra racing concept. Almost there. Now for the spoon curve, hold the brake, do a perfect line, and there you go. I'm always gonna have to go hard training before the competition will be set to be scheduled later on by tomorrow. Here comes the Aston Martin DBR9 and Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT3. Coming in and overtake 2 Group 3 race cars between one GT3 and one GT1 is now currently to be in the middle in the top 5 position. Press on and go for lap number 2. There you go, just gonna have to keep driving onto the first turn, moving up and go proceed in about 1.5 seconds to the prototype version of the Lexus RCF GT3 2016. First sector clear, moving on in sector 2 to be on the Dunlop curve. Gonna have to pull the brake. Danger curve incoming. Alright, so looks like the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car is currently in the lead. Now it's my turn to take the challenge. After the Lexus RCF GT3 will have to drop down from 2nd place into 3rd place. So let's go build up the slipstream and go for the curve. Gonna have to be much more careful. Facing the opponent is all about having a communication. Alright, kick up onto the 6th gear. Press on to be entered in sector 4. 2nd place, here I come, and Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car. I'm about to go right in to take the spotlight. Halfway there, off I go. Fastest lap time I achieved is 2 minutes, 3.848 seconds to be proceed on to lap number 3. Let's go dive in. Turn number 1 and 2 almost to be clear. Stepping up onto the S-turns, and here comes the skillful passive technique skill who had to be at the go. Deaccelerate, reaccelerate, sector 1 clear, move on in sector 2. Alright, very good. Gonna have to deal with a danger curve, go underneath the bridge to proceed on to sector 3. Here comes turn number 10. Gonna take it, much more concentrated, and go inside to have the slipstream will stay on hold. Here comes the spoon curve. Gonna have to be much more patient. Kick it up onto the fourth gear, into the fifth. Speed it up and go closer in about 0.2 seconds up ahead. Not today, just to be well passive and be patient. So I had to take the risk. Alright, looks like lap number 4. Let's continue on and stay on progress to be on a chase. Almost there, folks. Looks like I'm about to take the lead, and there it is. That's the ticket, and go on to the S-turns for Team UDRS in Sportec in the Toyota Supra GT500 race car spec 1997. Dominance and will challenging to be on the Group 3 category to see how a single GT500 race car can dominate in Suzuka. But in the meantime, because this one might have to take 2 GT500 race cars, will have to go ready to be on the final showdown to become much more fierce battle onto the Nations Cup. Pardon me. I just took some breakfast this morning, but it was alright because just having a nice normal cereal with milk and also to have a peanut butter with toast in it. Okay, looks like I'm in the clear. Just gonna have to switch back onto the racing interior. We'll have to go for the action. Good thing having a minute on hood cam is gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on surveillance whenever it might have to be much more challenging careful. So let's keep it up and go defense in about 1 second behind the gap. Looks to me that E. Dunn in the Ford GT Emblem Spec 2 race car is currently in position 2. Gonna have to take the Castillo triangle, go early brake, take the inside smoothly as possible to have a crystal clear. Here comes the final lap. It all comes down to this, folks. This race is going to be much more challenging between the mid-engine and oversteer FR layout. It's going to have to take well defended to be on the battle in first place. Gonna have to keep my A game on. The Ford GT is now currently to go offense by enter the S turns. Gonna have to go exercise caution. Come on. Make my way to have the first sector clear. 3 to go. Come on. Gonna have to pack up the defense before entered in sector 3. Turn 10. Don't let me down. Come on, keep going. Just gonna have to keep going on forward to be on the spoon curve. Take that perfect proper line position. Follow the yellow highlights. Now it's gonna be doing the same tactic all over again from the last lap. 0.1 seconds is gonna get much more high risk. Out and out, off I go, and go for the Castillo triangle to take the final turns. Finally did it, you guys. First place is now perfect complete. Toyota Supra is now dominate at Suzuka Circuit in Race 3 in the GT Cup Gr.3 edition. Now that's a classic competition for the 1997 GT500 race car to take on with Gr.3 categories. Mostly to have lap number 2 to be calculated in 2 minutes 3.848 seconds and the total time 10 minutes 25.676 seconds. Current record in progress is going to be going exactly in about 20 minutes. So it turns out to have much more fine risk to get some clean race bonus and ends up to be on a regular earning in 110,000 credits. Alright, good job. 3-star roulette ticket is complete for only a new day. Let's proceed and go for the replay to have a perfect moment to between the Ford GT LM race car Spec 2. Okay, there you go, thumbnail image captured. Let's exit out and save a replay before moving on to take the final round. It's been waiting so long for myself for having a high valuable earning to take on 10 laps in Daytona International Speedway. But also to have a final challenge is going to become much more challenging and grueling difficult that also includes with a pit stop available. 3 races on 5 laps is complete and check. Now, going 1 race to have 10 laps will be included to be at Daytona International Speedway. 4 chili pepper difficulty to get 200,000 credits. Alright, so looks like 15 times amount of tire wear and 7 times of fuel. It looks like it's going to get much more difficult, you guys. Settings to be on none. Penalty is always meant to be turned off. Alright, so looks like it's going to be same as always to be on the PP regulations in 730 or less. Time to grab my Chevy Corvette C7 Gr.3 with a UDRS Insportec livery. Car number 22 will be at the go. I know this is going to be a very hard racing moment, you guys. 10 laps around the track is going to be much more grueling and difficult when we're racing in Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. Almost 4 months later, ever since I've been doing some practice by farming with some more currency credits. But now, the next part of the video clip when taking part in race number 4 in GT Cup Gr.3 edition at Daytona. After all, because doing some settings will be doing properly to have my Corvette C7 Gr.3 will be at the ready. B1 is now good to be placed, and let's have a good look to be preparation by recommend by using any kinds of Gr.3 race cars, including the Chevy Corvette to be in the same class. Suspension, performance, ECU, aerodynamics, transmission, and especially to have the LSD will have to be well organized to be prepared. But after all, because doing some hard work of practice makes me digest really gonna have to do the real deal. But it'll have to do just to be perfectly as planned to have a transmission. We'll have to go exactly to be on a top speed in 330 kilometers. Alright, now it's all set and good to go. Hard racing compound tires only for this part of the 4th round. But this will be a very most important race ever yet, folks. The first 5 laps will have to stay on the main defense to go in to take first place before the next 5 laps after the first pit stop. So better make sure to get ready because it's about to go fast, challenging, and well managed by using a field map before we will get the show on the road. So let's do this and let this be a very good proud racing moment before moving on in December. Coming in to take the first turn, stay on the main formation. Alright. This part of the challenge, you might gonna have to stay careful for having a clean race to take 1% amount of chance to go up to have additional earnings to go exactly in about 300,000 GT credits. But it takes hard work and faster attempts for only 1 race. We'll go semi-endurance for only 10 laps around in Daytona. Just gonna have to stay on track and keep a good motion on the brakes, and gonna have to be on the lookout for any interruption in about 2 or 3 seconds skipping part. Alright, Going in to take turn 6. Stay on foot in the gas. 90% remaining in the fuel. He'll have to take the first lap. We'll have to go build up the slipstream to catch up with some several opponents in about 4.6 seconds remaining. Now for the Mazda Atenza Group 3 is about to go take the left side, and I'm about to do the same. Pull the brake and head on over to take turn 9 and 10 at the bus stop. That's to take it. Currently moving on in position 7 by the next sector. Onward to take turn 11, and then turn 12 will take the full stretch at the end of the first lap. So I really hope the faster opponents are about to get a little bit tougher. The difficult wheel might be a little bit more riskier they'll have to take. Now let's go on to lap number 2. Go for the overtake and move on in 4th place. Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 in 3rd place. Perfect time to go for the International Horseshoe in turn 3. Keep a good foot on the gas. Starts out to have a good sunset before the nighttime will have to come. Alright, looks like gonna have to take the West Horseshoe in turn 5. Good overtake. Now, next up, Toyota FT1 Vision GT Group 3. Coming out onto turn 6. By the way, folks, I haven't been uploaded to have a November 2022 update ever since I've been uploaded to be moving on in December. But it takes 2 weeks by having a development because due to my day off by having a break. But of course because it'll have to take some time and longer delay to have some more content videos later on to be coming soon. But I mean, it takes some major serious stress I've been put up myself to go for the challenge. I really bet it does, but it'll have to be much more creative and much more practice ever since I've been doing some farming work to go up in about 100 million Gran Turismo credits in GT7. But being a farmer racer is all about just gonna have to keep racing to earn some more currency credits before moving on in the World Touring Car 600 after clearing menu book number 39. But that's not all, because it'll have to take a long trip and start for the countdown at the end of 2022 before if I could probably have to be uploaded for having another double feature. Planned to be exactly and gonna have to do much more fun racing moments around in Gran Turismo 7 and especially in the Crew 2. But now, here's my fastest lap time, folks. 1 minute 48.219 seconds is now cleared to be on the highlight marked on the purple. But I'm still going to have to catch up onto the Subaru WRX Group 3 in position number 1. Team UDRS in Sportec and the Chevy Corvette C7 Gr.3 will have to be currently to take the push when moving on in 2nd place. Gonna have to be much more careful because the fuel is about to go decrease in about 50% remaining by the halfway mark. 2 more laps to go, but it'll have to take plenty more pushes after doing some organized settings to be well improved, just like the 2018 Nissan GT Nismo GT3 as part from the October 2022 update. But of course it is, because these kinds of settings are also to be based from the 2018 Nissan GT Nismo GT3 will be quite very good compatible on my Corvette C7 Gr.3, will be fitted perfectly on the track. But it takes practice and few attempts to see how it turns out to become perfectly and well efficient. Just only temporarily by the settings, because organized for every Group 3 car in the campaign mode is going to have to do much more fine practice to take part in the menu book number 39 in GT World Series. Here comes the 4th lap. Gonna have to keep going. First turn comes right on to take the 2nd turn. Holding in. Now gonna have to stay on track. 1.4 seconds go further up ahead by the push on the Subaru. First sector clear. Now going in to take sector 2 again. There you go. Looks like got this on track. Moving back on to turn 6. There we go. Looks like I got this on the bag. 30% remaining. But it'll have to do just the way it goes and stay on track to have an ongoing racer to take the lead. But I mean, it takes all that practice work to be racing at Daytona. Will give a good perfect moment to have one brilliant clean race. But it doesn't turn out. It'll be ends up to have 200,000 credits will be giving an outcome by the regular. Almost there to be in the nighttime. Looks like we got some daylight to be going down. Come on, go for the left side. There you go. Team UDRS in Sportec takes the lead and proceed to be on the 5th lap by having a fastest lap time to update in about 1 minute 47.16 seconds. Top to go hard defense and go maintained by having a good usage on the field map ever since from the driving missions. Fuel economy is all about keeping a good matter to stay in the main position. We'll have to keep a good fragile in case of the gas. Only 15% remaining. It's going to be now or never before I proceed on to the first pit stop. There we go. Now go for the straight. Now slow down and get back onto turn 6. More racers are about to coming in. Looks like they're about to go for the main offense to catch up onto G-Ball in 2nd place for the Subaru WRX Group 3. But here comes the 10% remaining countdown. Now it's my time to go enter the bus stop. Going exit and seize the pace. Inside cornering, up I go, and moving on to be in the pit lane entry. We'll have to give a green light signal. Perfect. Made it on time and perfect position to go exactly in 100% to be passed through by the diamond by the recommendation. So you see folks, that's how having a practice we'll have to do a pit stop when you participate in the GT Cup Group 3 edition. So you might gonna have to step up and have your favorite Group 3 car. We'll have to do everything what you can to start out to have the number of laps. We'll be stopping to be at the end of the 5th and enter to go on to number 6. So gonna have to do a little bit more patient until the fuel will be at 100% to good to go. Alright, looks like my crew is all good to go for now, so I'll be ready to get back in action. Okay, looks like drop down onto 13th place. Now it's my turn to go offense at this time. So when you're going down onto a bottom position in the grid during the part in this event, so you're gonna have to step up and have your racing skill will have to go offense at this time to go clean racing. That's how the #1 racing strategy in GT7, just like what you've been participating in the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. However, because whenever you might have to go hard to take first place, we'll have to get you back on track. The 10th lap is about to have a high stakes. We'll have to go proceed onto the finish line. Proceed onto the next sector. Overtake the Mercedes AMG GT3. Better have to change tactics, hold the pace, and keep up the grip. There's one racer, and there's more coming in by the pit, stopping in at the end of the 6th lap before entered in lap number 7. Only one Group 3 car has entered as well. Lap number 7, here I come, and dive in onto turn 1. Okay, 2 Toyotas and a Genesis are about to be accompanying in to be entered after passing turn 2. Good call. Now, gonna have to take that push and get back onto 5th place. I really hope this race is going to be becoming more tougher and challenging to become far difficult. Only 4 more cars to go remaining. 3 more to go. Going out onto turn 6 and head on back onto turn 7 for the next sector. Okay, gonna have to kick up the slipstream. Genesis X Gr.3 is now doing the same tactic. And then go for the wide left. We'll have to pull the brake and head on back to be at the bus stop. Okay, viewers, now I have to turn this race around, going back onto 3rd place in about 4.3 seconds remaining. Looks like G-Ball in the Subaru WRX Group 3, followed by T-Kane in 2nd place. But it'll have to go forward to take 2 more laps to go as I go entered in lap number 8. Okay, good clear survive on turn 1. Now gonna have to go quick recovery on turn 2. There's the BMW M6 GT3 Endurance model, or especially the Spirit model, but that might have to give a good perfect guess. Well, of course it is, because it was the Spirit model 2016 currently in 2nd place. Now's my time and gonna have to get back onto the main progression in 1st place. Fastest lap I took 1 minute 46.609 seconds. Come on, keep my Corvette. We'll have to stay on the main speed. Fuel is all about naturally respect. We'll have to keep a good maintained formation. Now dive in right back at the bus stop. Going clear, going apexes, and go exit before going back onto turn 11. Time to kick it up onto the 6th gear. Full speed ahead and moving on in the 9th lap. Okay, looks like gonna have to do some more dive-in practice. We'll have to keep a good amount of grip. Almost there to have the BMW M6 GT3 Spirit model. Gonna have to believe in myself. Believe in myself, and my Corvette will have to go embrace. There we go. Right back on the good respawn. Hold the brake. Now, exit out onto turn 6 before enter again on turn 7. Alright. Now go for the right side to do the overtake. Here I come, and let's seize the dive in by enter the bus stop. Here I go again for round 2. But this time, it's about to go for having a one last single chance to take the final lap. Supercharged versus turbocharged will have to do much more brilliant to have Subaru will have to take the second pit stop to be going in. So now I got the upper hand. Moving on to take the 10th lap as the final lap, you guys. Here comes the fireworks will be shown in display. Awesome, very good, awesome moment to have one Corvette to be well represent the country of America. And also for Team UDRS in Sportec, we'll have to give a good, excellent belief to have a good confidence we'll find a perfect line. So now, looks like T King in a BMW M6 GT3 Spirit model 2016 is now currently in second place ever since Subaru is now entered the pit for the second time. It's going to be now or never. Only 16% remaining on the fuel. Gonna have to keep a good hold and wait for having a straightaway to be on standby until take one last bus stop to be in turn number 9 and 10. But I really hope this is going to be so very excited about the November update ever since we've been trying out with Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. But it was so awesome to see how Road Atlanta is going to be becoming much more fine debut ever since by playing Forza Motorsport Series from number 1 to 7. But I believe this is going to be so amazing to have Road Atlanta is now added to be part in GT7 for the very first time. But I really bet it does because I'm going to have to try it out later on soon. But in that case, final stretch, off I go, and Team UDRS in Sportec takes the win in first place. So awesome, and way to keep up the Go Clean Racing to have a one single competition to go semi-endurance with a pit stop will be included as well. Good race, everybody. Very good race and solidifying total time to go over 19 minutes. Here's my fastest lap time I took in 1 minute 46.609 seconds in a total time 18 minutes 37.737 seconds. Fantastic, and this time is about to go having for only 200,000 GT credits without having a clean race bonus. But it was alright. It takes hard racing and do some fine strategy without having contact or getting off the track. But mostly, made it on time to have 10 million credits, and a 4-star roulette ticket is now received to be marked on the date. It was a fantastic race out there when you participate in race number 4 of GT Cup Gr.3 edition at Daytona International Speedway. But mostly because thumbnail image will have to take some single time amount, but here it is, you guys. Just the perfect image all I want. And that's how first place for Team UDRS in Sportec will be part to have this replay to my library as possible to see it. But mostly to have all kinds of different attempts to be start out to have a good evening and nighttime to have a good, excellent, proud racing moment to be take part in Daytona. But mostly because after having some long waited moment for only 3 months and over, but here it is because Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta has now arrived here and now. This will be a 12th American racing circuit to be added to the game, you guys. But I know this is going to have to take some long delay because I've been holding back. But good news is because the Christmas music has now arrived for this part of the main update because the celebration kicks off to have Gran Turismo 25th anniversary is about to go on to have a very good, excellent celebration to the game and the franchise itself. So now, let's go back to the GT garage and have myself to have a single roulette ticket before December 25th will be Christmas Day. Looks like I got plenty of 4-star roulette tickets, including 5 and 6-star to have a very good, excellent reward. So let's start out to have one 4-star, and I'll have to save it for the rest of it. Alright, so let's see which prize should I get. I really knew after I just got 3 types of different currency credits, it'll have to give me something, and yes, looks like a Bugatti invitation has now acquired. Perfect Christmas gift, and especially to be having an expiration date on January 10, 2023. I'll have to hold on to it, so just to be having a one good excellent gift to get a Bugatti bait run just the way I just need it for. Well folks, it was a long waited delay out there ever since I've been doing some progress on part 49 in the full walkthrough in GT7. Mostly, however, because I'm about to be planning to be scheduled later on in part 50 in the next video. The sun also rises, we'll be taking a 6 driving mission, we'll be get set and do some 8 different challenges, we'll be on the way. And that's not all, because a special event to be shown on the 25th anniversary banner is now open available for a limited time. So I have to get ready to go and wrap this up before at the end of the video folks, because it's going to get much more proud and excited to have the celebration to Gran Turismo 25th anniversary. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in Gran Turismo 7 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing. Stay clean.